I don't think he's a better centre forward. What I will say is he's a better option for the two centre halves. I think I think Rangers over the last few weeks, you can see that, you know, Clint Hill, Rob Kiernan, they've not really been taking any chances. They've just been getting it forward with an out ball, whereas Kenny will like to come to feet.
Doesn't score enough goals though, Joe Garner.
I know, but I think off the back of that, I think Martin Wadcorn's come in and scored a few goals and looked a totally different player again. But you know, he's coming to the end of his contract as well, so I'll be interested to see what happens.
Do you think he'll stay?
Do I think he'll stay? Well, you know, a couple of weeks ago you'd have said no because he was out of the team. We didn't really see if there was any opportunity to get him back in. But he's came back in, he scored a few goals, and he'll be linked to stay in. And yeah, I think he will now.
Would Joe Garner have got in your Rangers team?
You want to keep going with any more questions?
Well, we've got a couple more.
Should we take a few questions?
Are there any
Kris
proper
Sutton
questions?
show?
I think that's part of the point of this. Anyway, we're going to get this one out of the way. This is from Josh McGugan, and this is Kris with a K. How do you feel about last night? Let's just get it out of the way.
No, it was a disappointing
I
result
have to
for
say,
us.
he texted me last night. He was delighted.
He was,
he knew you were on.
you know, it was disappointing. You know, Hearts were the better team, I think, especially the second half. The first half we missed a sitter, but it could have been a totally different story.
Did you get a good reception?
Brilliant. Brilliant. If you can't beat getting booed, you should know all about that. It's bad enough you're not even playing and you get booed at every ground you go to now. But no, as I said, I knew that was coming. It was part and parcel of being a football player, and you know, it was good. At least the Hearts fans were up for it and they won the boon.
Ian Cathro getting his first win under his belt, important win. Some people had plenty to say on Ian Cathro, but I'm actually pleased for him, you know.
Josh McFolds is asking, do you think you would fit into this Rangers team?
It's a difficult one because I don't think that, you know,
Not in current condition, surely.
No, but I mean in terms of the way that
What does that mean?
the Rangers team and me. No, as I said, I mean, I think the way Rangers are playing nowadays, you know, the striker is out the box a lot. You know, I prefer to be in the box. You know, but a lot of the opportunities from the wide areas are, you know, the wingers coming in and getting shots away.
Would you score more goals than Joe Garner in this Rangers team? Yes.
Yeah. What do you think?
Well, not in current condition.
Not in current. I've been injured.
Here's one right out the blue here from Thomas Dolphy. How happy are you about Glasgow being a host city for Euro 2020?
You can answer that.
Well, he asked you.
It's good.
Do you know what?
It's good for the city, isn't it?
It's good. It's good. It's good that there's you know, there's big competitions coming.
Chris?
I completely agree with Kris. It's great.
Okay, good.
It's the first time we've agreed with.
Yeah. There's a lot of questions coming in here. Not many.
How many?
Are
there
not many I can ask you.
Well,
yes, there's a lot of people like you, and some people don't.
Yeah,
So,
no, I realise that. Well, come on then.
Just on a different subject, we've talked about your game last night and Hearts winning, Aberdeen winning last night. That was an important victory.
Yeah, I thought that, you know, they had a poor penalty awarded against them.
By the way.
Andrew Dallas, a poor penalty awarded against Aberdeen for me. Aberdeen are sort of flattered to deceive in many ways this season. On their day, they've got such a good attacking threat. Hayes, Maddison hasn't played enough for me. Rooney, a natural finisher who I like very much. I just feel there's a lot more to come from Aberdeen, but they've had a couple of important back-to-back wins, haven't they?
It does look as if Derek McInnes has reverted back to the team that did well for him last season. I think only Joe Lewis last night started of the new signings.
Well, I think when you sign players and everything, you're going to try and bed them in, and that, but you know, I think where Aberdeen have been the last couple of years, he knows, you know, McGinn, Hayes, Rooney, knows exactly what they can do. They've came in, they've delivered. You know, as you say, they've got back-to-back wins, and they'll be going into Tynecastle, you know, full of confidence on Friday.
Yeah, absolutely. Here's one from Gavin McGale. Interesting.
What are you laughing at? What?
No.
Just keep a straight face when you ask a question.
Very difficult when you're reading some of the comments. It's very, very difficult. But this is good though. He asked him, how highly do you rate your brother, John?
Yeah, truthfully, John scored again at the weekend.
He did.
He should be a regular in that St Mirren team. They're struggling, aren't they? But John's, you know, a decent all-round player. Not in my league, though, Daryl. Come on.
But you obviously wrote St Mirren off. Still a long way to go for them.
Well, are they still bottom, Daryl?
Yes, and I think by about at least 6 points still.
Well, yeah, so
maybe 7 over
but
to
since I
Dunfermline
wrote them off, they've actually had a couple of victories, and they're a team a little bit on the up, but have still got it all to do.
I think they've a big derby at the weekend as well.
Yeah, they do.
They'll be looking forward to. They've got a decent crowd there as well, and if they can get another 3 points, you can start climbing that table.
Yeah, Daniel Ram, Sutton to be the next Norwich manager. There's a chance we might get rid of him.
Kris wouldn't like that. Chris,
I would miss you. I would miss you.
What are your thoughts on that?
On, I think Alex Neil, is going to be a goner very soon. Darryl, the crowd have turned on him. Let's talk about the game at the weekend. The big game
to some questions
at the weekend.
So
let's
He's
talk
not
about
wanting to talk
Celtic
about
Rangers
management
at the weekend. What do you
That was,
think?
that was a sharp exit for the
Let's not fudge the issue.
using
Hey, let's not fudge the issue. Let's talk about the game at the weekend. Celtic Rangers. Do you think the gap? Where do you think it is now, Chris?
What I said was a couple of weeks ago, and I think we misunderstood each other. I think it gives Rangers an opportunity to show that the gap's not as big, in the game. They want to go in and put in a performance that, the Ibrox crowd will be wanting. As I said, it's a big thing. Celtic will not be wanting. Rangers will not be wanting Celtic to go the full season undefeated, and I think. You're probably only looking at Ibrox, maybe Tynecastle, Pittodrie, that these are grounds that Celtic could drop points.
Hold your thought, come back to that. Okay, here's a question from Claire Brewster. Would you ever manage Rangers?
I'm still playing.
Well,
I'm trying to.
How many years coaching
would you like
experience
to?
would
You've
you?
done coaching, haven't you?
Would you? How many years
Right,
experience would you need? Would you need 6, 7, 8 more than Ian Cathro?
Well, it depends on who you are. Because you've sat and you millered Ronnie Dyler for not having any experience. You've millered Matt Warburton for not having any experience.
I know,
but you put the hand. But Ian Cathro's a good win for you.
Ian Cathro, good win. Let's give him time. Yeah. I think that's the point. Let's not judge.
I think
Don't judge a
got
book by its cover, Chris.
Justin Cooney wants to know, a couple of times he's asked this question, what was your favourite minute at Rangers? Maybe moment, but minute.
I mean, I think when you play with Rangers or Celtic, there's always memorable minutes.
Can you remember any?
I think any time you win anything, it's a special moment. And Kris will be the exact same. Any time you win anything, it's a special.
Okay, Martin Bradley is asking, would Kris in his prime start over Dembele? Is that probably a question for you?
It's a tough one. Dembele's a player who, he's been sensational, hasn't he? I mean, question marks over him coming north of the border, but he's been brilliant. I still think there is so much more to come from Dembele. He's got all the attributes to be a top player. It'd be interesting to see how long Celtic can keep hold of him. He will have
Does it
spells.
depend how well he goes the second half of the season, do you think?
Yeah, but I think as a young man, he will have spells where, you go through periods where you don't score. I still think there is so much in the tank, but as the raw attributes which he has, he could go anywhere.
French
he
Young
could have
Player of the Year as well.
Well, absolutely.
One thing,
But there's so much
Peter will be hoping
potential
he's
to
doing the
come.
negotiations.
Yes, absolutely. There was a question that just came in there as well. So, Dembele or Griffiths for the weekend?
Oh, that is a really interesting one. But and do you know what?
I think you need to go with Griffiths.
Well, but I mean, he asked me the question
Elliott,
first.
by the way.
But Griffiths is the man in form, isn't he? As such, although Dembele got his goal at the weekend, but it's I think he will go with Griffiths. He will not play the pair of them together. I think as a partnership, they're not suited to each other. But I think he'll go with Griffiths at the weekend.
Wayne Ewart is asking, do you think Rangers are good enough to beat Celtic on Sunday?
Yeah, I do.
That's no. I mean, just the hesitation. So much doubt.
I'm just waiting. What they're coming back with,
doubt, isn't there?
I mean, there's obviously doubt, but I think the way Celtic have been all season, they have been excellent. But I think Rangers at home have got an opportunity to win.
How many Rangers players would get in the Celtic team right now, Chris? That's none. That means none.
We'll go through them. We'll come back to this one.
Yeah.
Let's get them scribbled. Let's get them scribbled down. We'll come back to it
after the winter break. But that means none. We'll come back to it after the winter break, perhaps. Gentlemen, thank you very much indeed. Lots of good questions coming in. Thank you. Some interesting comments as well coming in tonight. Thank you for them as well. Please join us on BT Sport 1 tonight from 7:15 p.m. for St Johnstone against Rangers. See you later.
Why do they always point the camera over there? Who cares?